Life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at RootsChris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Dreyer here behind the mic. Speaking of Mike Horn is no longer here. He is in Mexico. I say no longer. He's been gone for a couple of weeks now. So until he shows up, I'm going to assume he won't be here next week. Maybe he will. When he comes in and he's staggering in sunburnt on one side, then we'll know where he's been. He won't be able to get out of this. Have to clean up the hay pile. We're gonna have to go through the XR71 and really clean it up, and I'll bet you I'll find all kinds of candy wrappers back there in the hay pile. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the collapse of the social moral code as it is reflected through the subject of gay marriage in this country. 30 out of 50 states do not want it. Do not want it. Every demographic, white, black, brown, orange, green, yellow, whoever it is, do not want it. Why do they not want it? Because it is clearly, subjectively wrong. It's not the behavior that should be elevated to normal behavior. If you're gay, wonderful. You want to live together, wonderful. You want to celebrate life, God bless you. You're in America. Where else can you do that? By the way, try to be gay in a lot of these other countries around the world and see what it gets you. You know, you'll get a swift boot in the ass if that doesn't wake you up. Nothing will. Now, getting back into this issue here, I believe we have a bite here with Mitt Romney, and he's talking about defending the marriage and the culture, opposite of what Barry Obama's doing. Number 6, Tom.
Culture, what you believe, what you value, how you live, matters. Now, as fundamental as these principles are, they may become topics of democratic debate from time to time. So it is today with the enduring institution of marriage. Marriage is a relationship between one man and one woman.
There it is. There it is. Now quickly, Tom, go down to number 13.
My view is that marriage itself is a relationship between a man and a woman, and that's my own preference. I know other people have differing views. This is a very tender and sensitive topic, as are many social issues. But I have the same view that I've had since running for office. Exactly.
He hasn't wavered one bit. Barry has, and Barry is. This isn't something that Barack Obama wanted to do, but now that he's in it, now that he is talking about it, and because he is pandering to groups, that's where his support system is, groups. He's also put himself in a position to take criticism, and here he takes some criticism from Senator Rubio about talking about these things instead of talking about the one thing he should be talking about, and that's the economy. Number 11.
The number one issue facing our country is that there are millions of Americans that don't have a job, that haven't had a job in a long time, or that are working twice as hard and making half as much, and that these things have only gotten worse since President Obama was sworn in as president, and he doesn't want to talk about that. So every single week, whether it's the student loan issue this week or now this gay marriage issue, next week it'll be something else, every single week they will trot out another issue to avoid having to talk about the economy, because if this election's about the economy, which is what it should be about, he can't win, and they know that. They're smart enough to know that.
Oh, they're smart enough to know it, all right, but they sure as heck aren't trying to reinvent the conversation. Remember, we talked about this before, folks. There's a narrative here that has to be set by the Republican Party. There is a narrative here that has to be set and dominated and held on to for the next 6 months. And that is what? Getting rid of government. When they talk about creating jobs and putting America back to work again, and all of the things that are necessary that we're accustomed to, getting into production, getting the gross domestic product, getting all of these things lined up. What they're talking about is getting government out of the workplace, allowing capitalism to flourish. Once you take capitalism, once you take this engine and really dumb it down and hang all kinds of burdens on it, like regulations and compliance from the government at the federal and state level, you have what they call a lemon. You've got a real beautiful Mercedes 500 that doesn't run. There's nothing worse than a beautiful automobile that doesn't run. And this country doesn't run. Now, if you get rid of all the regulations and the compliances, this sucker will move, and it'll take everybody with you. It'll take everybody right to where you want to go, and it'll take all these students who are stupefied with this overeducation and this oversimplification of money's bad and being poor is great, and let's all go down to the park and dump in the park, and maybe we can break a window and get something for free. That culture is being fanned and is being nurtured by the President of the United States. That's the politic of education. And they've just completely destroyed every bit of potential in young people. That's really the crime. Adults have some experience in education and some wisdom in life. They can forge through the field here and chop their way through it. But young people are coming up, 16, 17, 15, 14, 13, 20-year-olds need wisdom around them. They don't need a politic. They're being strangled with a politic. The rules and regulations of politics do not work when you're trying to raise people in a country.